In the case filed by LSK on the triple murders of lawyer Willie Kimani, his client Josephat Mwenda, and taxi driver Joseph Mweruri, an independent pathologist hired by the Law Society of Kenya, Dr. Andrew Gashie, detailed the kind of injuries that were found on the body of the 32-year-old lawyer.
It would suffice to say that they were very, very extensive. In a kind of a summary, we documented 14 injuries in the deceased.
The pathologist said Willie suffered serious head injuries that resulted in several fractures on his skull that were visible on the x-rays even before the autopsy was done. The other two victims were also similarly hit on their heads. But it is the other injuries on Willie's body that had even the pathologist concerned.
Having worked in the area of torture, sometimes we do say that some deaths can be extremely painful, especially it appears for some reason the torturers or whoever was inflicting these injuries seem to have had an affinity on the testicles and they crushed them.
Now, very far-reaching consequences.
The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions had earlier objected to the tabling of the independent pathologist's report in court, a move overruled by the judge. Mobile service provider Safaricom was hard-pressed to explain why it had not furnished the applicants in the case with clear, sufficient data on the phone records of the victim and the suspects in the murders.
We simply want, my lord, is some data that proves that what happened to my friend Willie was not an act of randomness. There must have been planning, there must have been collusion, there must have been communication in the planning and execution of what happened to me. The fourth respondent holds this information.
It generates other kind of engineering information. It is very easy, if there was good faith, for Safaricom either to avail that data, or if they are not able to avail it for reasons of privacy or whatever, to analyze and extract relevant data.
However, the mobile service provider says it is not possible to give the data showing the movement and location of the cell phone numbers under investigation.
If an operator, in this case the fourth respondent, was asked to provide the call data records for your lordship, they will be unable to do so.
The hearing resumes on Tuesday next week. Brenda, Wanga, NTV.